So, do you want to see another bonus Ipsy package? Normally, I don't buy these. This is only the second one I've ever bought, and probably the only one for a while that I will, but the freaking nostalgia goggles, man. This is the I Love the 90s box. So, I had to, as a legit 90s kid, not the, oh, I was born in, like, 99, but, like, grew up in the 2000s. No, fuck that. I was born in 85, so virtually my whole childhood was the 90s and the start of my teens. So I actually was a 90s kid, so I have a crap ton of nostalgia for the 90s, alright? They suckered me in hook, line, and sinker when I saw what was in it. I was like, oh gosh, even for that pricing, for all that, that's not that bad. That's really not that bad. So, I think I paid like $17 or $18 for the box, so that's not terrible. And, it's not a whole lot in it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items in there. But I'm sure, like, if you looked at the actual retail value of these, I believe on the website it showed something like retails for over $90 altogether if you were to actually go out and buy these. So, you know, the steal and nostalgia goggles all in one package, you know, that's the surefire way you're gonna get me on board. So, anyway, one of the first things in there, and admittedly, one of the ones that I was just like, oh my god, yes, because honestly, I still buy these things, I still wear them, are the little butterfly hair clips. I mean, they're not literal butterflies, although I have some that are from the 90s that legit are butterfly clips that have butterflies on them with the little wiggly wings. They're so cute. But on here, we've got one that's just black. We have one that looks kind of like rose quartz, and one that kind of looks like a calico cat in its coloring. They're really friggin' cute, and they're a little bit bigger than, like, the goodie ones. Do I have one up here? I feel like I did, but there's so much crap up here on this table. I have to clean it up again. Maybe there's not, but usually I have some over here. Oh, I see it. No, it's across the room. Alright, well, I have a bunch of these all over the place because I just generally, I like having my hair longer, but I hate it being in my face, so I like being able to just take the front pieces, just back, and clip. And you only need a little one to do that. You don't need the big old honkin' ones to do that. These are like the perfect size for that, and this is a teeny tiny bit bigger than those, so I'm thinking maybe they'll even work better. But they're by a brand called La Ta Da, which is kind of interesting. I've never heard of them before, but they're cute. Apparently, Girl Up, the United Nations Foundation, is supported by this, so I'll have to look up what that is, but I mean, it's for a good cause on top of being super cute, and they will definitely get used, so okay, I am all down for that. So the biggest thing in there that is taking up most of the box is this. I think it's perfume. Sol de Janeiro. It's hard. It's like white on white, and it's Brazilian Crush Body Fragrance Mist. They say your first crush stays in your memory forever. Brazilian Crush is the one you will never forget, with our addictive pistachio caramel Cheirosa 62 fragrance. Love it, flaunt it, you've got it. Okay. And it's like 3.04 fluid ounces. Let's see. Oh, and it's actually made in Sol de Janeiro. That's kind of cool. Not in Rio, though. Claims 24 months after opening it's bad. That's bullcrap, but let's see how this baby smells. I'll probably do like a proper review on it sometime, but just for now, I gotta know. I swear if there's coconut in it, I'm gonna be so mad that I'm doing this to myself, but if there is, I'll like give it to Kimmy or something. Goodness. There's still another little hunk of plastic. Where is... There it is, okay. Now it's off. There. It's like the cling wrap that does not want to stop clinging. Oh, we have a cap inside a cap. So there's the big cap. And then there's a little cap. Okay. Let's just, before I actually go putting this on, check and make sure there's no coconut. Ooh, that smells good. Okay. Okay, I'm putting this on. That smells amazing. That smells really similar to something else I've got, actually. Oh, you get a lot in one spritz. Okay. that smells hella good. I don't know that, actually, I guess there is some pistachio in there. I was like, I don't know that I smell pistachio, but actually, yeah, I do. Okay, I think I know what it smells like. That caramel apricot autumnal body cream from Bath & Body Works last year, it smells very similar to that. It's not quite identical, but there is definitely a similarity. Let me roll my sleeves back down. But ooh, that smells hella good. I am so glad that I opened that. That is amazing. Okay, so let's put that over here. So I remember which ones I've shown, which ones I haven't. Other kind of biggish thing, at least for the size of the box compared to the rest of the stuff, is this OI or we? No, it's not we. It's gotta be UI or something. Hair care soft mousse, which, yeah, 90s kids represent. We used crap tons of mousse. I don't really much anymore, but you know, I'm sure I could find an excuse to. Mousse is cool again. This gravity-defying volume booster makes hair bouncy and full, never sticky. Well, good, because that was always my big issue with mousse, was how freaking sticky it got. I hated that. Let's see, how's it smell? Ooh. Okay, that's like a nice smelling one. That actually smells a lot just like Dove white soap, so I'm actually on board for this, because a lot of times mousse is just like really perfumey and over the top. It's like, can you not? But no, this just smells clean and nice, so I like that. So next, we have some Steve Laurent eyeshadow in Blossom, so you know it's gonna be like a nice frosty color. This is like late 90s right here, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. Careful, it does contain talc though, so proceed with caution. That looks a lot darker in there than I was expecting. I guess we'll see once it's on sometime how it looks. But this is the color Blossom. Okay, that's not terrible. I don't know how I feel about frosty pink eyeshadow with my coloring, but maybe. I definitely wore it back in the 90s. I actually usually, my big one was frosty blue, like, no surprise to anybody, even though blue eyeshadow is a nightmare to try to pull off, I did not give a shit. I wore it anyway, all the time. I wore a lot of frosty blue and just frosty white. Those were like my two big ones throughout the 90s. I think I also had like a frosty mint green one that I was pretty fond of too, which in hindsight probably was the one that actually looked best out of them. And there was definitely a lavender, but I feel like I wasn't as big on that one because it almost looked like a bruise, so I was like, maybe not that one. But yeah, so I'm glad that there's stuff for eye makeup in here. We have Jante Bleu, felt tip smudge-free dip eyeliner. And it's in black, which we all know is my favorite of eyeliners. Dip eyeliner is long-lasting liquid eyeliner with an easy-to-control felt tip applicator, enabling you to apply with ease for your desired effect. The fast-drying formula ensures minimal budges, smudges, cakes, and flakes, giving you that perfect wide-eyed look. Oh, hell yes. Okay. Let's take a look-see. Oh, it's so cute. I mean, unfortunately, it looks almost like it's sample size, but I mean, that is cute as shit. And I definitely have some dip eyeliners that are full size and are about this, but maybe it's a full size product. I like that it's rubberized though, so it's not all slippery, because the ones I have are very slick and I've definitely dropped them. So this one, that is a godsend. Ooh, it's kind of thick though. We'll have to see when I get brave enough to try it out. I don't think I'm gonna do it today. My eyes are real itchy today, so probably not an eye makeup day, but that is alright. But I'm digging that it's rubberized. It feels just like an EOS. It's that type of texture for anyone who's curious. Good on them for doing that, because more brands should take a page from that. This, I'm surprised, is so dark, because I don't feel like I remember dark lipstick being that big a thing in the 90s. I remember that also being like the frosty eyeshadow. I also remember the frosty lip being a big thing. But this is literally the opposite, but I am here for it, because you know I love me some dark lipstick, especially dark reds. This is by the brand Kokie Professional, and it is really hard to read it. Kissable Liquid Lipstick. Matte Rouge. Let's see, can we even read anything else on here? Not really. And this is the perfect time of year to be wearing dark colors like this, so I'm definitely happy about that. Although I'm cracking up that this kind of looks like a vial of blood at this angle. I keep holding it like this and I'm like, oh god, what am I holding? Oh yeah, that's right. But it might be a little dark for me, but do I give two shits? No. I'll just wear it with like a maroon top and then I'll tie in. You'll see. I mean, even with this nail polish, it kind of works. It all ties in. And finally, the last thing, which is just so cute, and I hate to tell you, this was actually the tipping thing that was like, okay, I'm buying this set. This was the thing that sold me, as silly as it is by the brand Makeup Drop, the original silicone beauty applicator. And it has a little daisy inside of it. I think it's even a real one. Like, oh my god, it is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Apply a small amount of product to your drop. Lightly dab, draw, or outline onto face. Blend gently into skin. Use the tip to draw sharper lines and to reach the corners of your eyes. Do not use it punctured. Cleaning. Simply clean the drop with warm water in soap or antibacterial wipe. Which sounds perfect. And being silicone, it doesn't absorb into the thing. That is, like, the main thing. Oh, I want to play with it. I want to play with it so bad, guys. Ah, it's so squishy. Oh my goodness. Is this a thing that's attached, or? I can't tell. I think it might be. I can't tell if that's supposed to be there or not. There's like this thing around the edges. But it's so squishy. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that also leads me to believe maybe there's like a protective layer on it because it's like wrinkling up. You guys should let me know if you have a silicone makeup applicator. Is this a thing that I should try to like carefully remove? Or is that supposed to be there? This just came off of it, so I'm curious if this is like a thing I'm supposed to peel apart and off? Or is that supposed to be there? I'm not really sure, but regardless, it is super squishy and lovely feeling, and just, ooh. Even if I just play with it like a stress ball. Oh, that is definitely a real flower. That is cute as shit. Like, that's the backside of it. But, oh my god, I'm in love with it. It's so cute and just so soft. So soft. So, true facts, guys. I have actually never owned a beauty blender of any sort in my life. At all. Ever. Which is kind of insane that I have made it to almost 34 years old and never owned one until this guy right here. So I can't really say if it's better than like the foam ones you see in drugstores all the time for like a few dollars that are all weird shapes and are usually like neon colors and crap. I don't know because I've never had one. My sister goes through them like water, and just for both how quickly she has to toss them and how quickly it seems to waste her makeup, I just thought they were dumb and never bought one. But because this can't soak up the product and also can't soak up bacteria, you know, the big thing to me, that was the selling point on my wanting one. And the fact that it was included as part of this pack just made me want it that much more. But again, I'm really just not sure about this. Every time I barely go like that with it, that almost seems like that would mess up your makeup while you're trying to put it on, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. I'm like, would it do the thing? Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments, because I really am unsure of if there's like an outer layer I'm supposed to be removing or no. But yeah, so that is the last thing in the box. And I'm so in love with this silly little thing. It's stupid how much I love it, but I really do though. But yeah, so what was your favorite thing that was in this box, and did any of you guys buy it too? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that got suckered in for the 90s nostalgia. Let me know down below your thoughts, as well as anything else you feel like leaving me. Give this video a like if you liked it. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already and you'd like to be. Make sure you follow my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time. Bye-bye.